Disability Rights Montana, protecting and advocating for the rights of people with disabilities. We sat down with Carroll College student Sarah Swingley to learn about her experience as a student with a disability.
Hi, I'm Sarah Swingley, and I'm a sophomore at Carroll College, and I have a hidden disability. So I was born with congenital panhypopituitarism, and what that means is that I was born without my pituitary gland, which is pretty rare and not a lot of people have it. And it does cause a lot of issues for me. I have a lot of joint problems and muscle problems. I have chronic fatigue, and so life can just be a little bit hard to get around sometimes.
Do you do anything to keep yourself safe on campus?
Because of this condition that I have, I do require a handicapped parking space. And this is just simply because sometimes I have good days and sometimes I have bad days. Some days it just takes so much to get out of bed and it hurts to physically walk. So the less walking I have to do, the better. And in the wintertime, especially in Montana, walking on the ice is actually life-threatening for me. And so the least amount of walking that I have to do is the best. So unfortunately with this, I have had a lot of issues. Sometimes when I'm going to class, I notice that after a big snow, the parking space isn't even cleared. And so it's kind of a struggle for me to even get out of my car, and there's ice underneath the snow. And so it's just a danger for me even to step out of my own vehicle in a parking spot that should be cleared. So in the event that I do fall or just sprain an ankle, even get stung by a bee, I actually have to have an emergency injection administered to me. And this is a life or death injection for me.
How has your experience at Carroll been as a student with a disability?
Unfortunately, I don't think Carroll really is very open to helping students with hidden disabilities. I think that there still is a large stigma against those individuals because on the outside, we look just fine. I do very well intellectually, my grades are just fine, but I am struggling with my physical health.
How accessible is Carroll's campus?
So on Carroll's campus, there is absolutely no accessibility for students with hidden disabilities or just disabilities in general. It's an entirely uphill campus, and all the parking lots are very far away, and there's so many stairs. There's a building where you can't even access the building without going upstairs. And so that definitely causes a lot of obstacles for me going to class, and so I can only imagine what it causes for other people.
How has the inaccessibility of campus affected you as a student?
So in St. Charles, which is one of the most notorious buildings on campus for having absolutely no accessibility, it is very difficult for me to get to class sometimes, especially on my bad days. With my chronic fatigue and my joint issues and my muscle pains, just walking up any stairs just causes me great pain. And that's the only way you can even get to any classes or visit a professor or even go up to some of the dorms to visit your friends. And so it just makes me not even want to go to class, and it causes a lot of issues for me to even get an education that I'm paying for.
How has the inaccessibility of campus affected your social life?
So because of the inaccessibility at Carroll, I live off campus. So I definitely don't get that dorm life and that experience. And so therefore, I don't necessarily get to see my friends as often as I'd like or be able to make more friends. And it just makes it really hard and kind of an effort to even go somewhere on campus if I wanted to go to a play or wanted to go hang out with my friends in the dorms. If I'm having a bad day, I don't want to go because it just takes so much physical effort to get anywhere on campus. So it just is a deterrent for me to go.
Would you have considered a different college if you had been aware of the accessibility issues on campus?
If I had more options on colleges that were in my hometown where I could stay at home, I probably wouldn't be going to Carroll just because the accessibility makes it so difficult for me to go to class, and it actually induces more anxiety to be going to class when I should just be enjoying myself. College should be the best 2 years of your life, and unfortunately, I sometimes get so anxious about going to class that I don't even want to go, and it just makes it not worth it.
Do you feel like you have had the same access to educational opportunities as your peers?
I do not feel like I've gotten the equal access that I should. It's such a struggle for me to even go to class when other people don't have an issue with that, and so I don't think that's fair. It really isn't. My education is just as important as theirs.
Carroll College, let's work together to make your community a more accessible and inclusive environment. Disability Rights Montana.